Children, hope everyone is fine. Children, to start this lesson, the Industrial Revolution. Already we studied the introductory part of this Industrial Revolution, how Industrial Revolution has developed in Britain and all, and why in Britain already we studied, and when the industrial development slowly started or took place, people started to stay in the cities or the towns and all that. Then the business has developed, and how finance also were available to the industrialist through the bank and all that is different banks, and coal and mine, how coal was available, and iron also were produced more in the country we have seen. And next we have also seen about the cotton spinning and weaving and all. And next also we have seen about the steam power. After this steam power and all that is a more power generation took place, and when then after that more amount of goods also were produced. Then next, when more amount of goods produced, slowly they started to have a trade with different place and the countries and all, through the canal or through the railways. These are the means of transport that they used to do. And next also we have studied about the changed lives, because the people's life has changed slowly from the because previously the people used to survive or live in a certain areas or in a not that much of standard of life, but slowly when the development took place and the revolution is taking place and all that industry, so people started becoming rich, and they individual potential they started to develop and all. So that is what did happen. And when we talk about the workers, here the workers are the main thing that we have already discussed. Because of the industrial development is taking place its own place, very good, but the people, those who were working in that, they were suffering like anything. And their working hours, when we talk, their way of getting the salaries and all that we can see, and many factors that we have seen. So here in the workers and all that when we already studied, and women, children, and the industrialization industry has developed its place, and here more effort for the development of this industrial revolution in Britain, more contribution has done by the women and the children, their work, and they were being totally exploited by the industrialists and all. Already that also we have studied. And next, because more hours of working and people are not getting any type of rights, and people are totally exploited, so that the protest movement have come in order to reduce the working hours, in order to get the proper wages and all. And many people have died because of the environmental problem also took place. When industrial development takes place, environmental degradation also in another way it happens. So they should have to balance, but they did not think about the people or the surroundings and all that is. They have gone and they have developed and all that, but through that the people got different type of diseases and all. People lost their life, and slowly, and finally in the protest movement we have seen different category group of people have come and they started to protest against that. Next we will be discussing about the reforms through the laws, the different rules and regulations or the laws they have made. Through that the changes has been taken place, the different changes taken place, because for a long years and all that they are being struggling, and they are asking that is to the working condition and all that is, and the hours of working, and the salaries that the people were getting. It was very difficult to maintain the workers. So for them the government have made some certain type of laws, through what some changes has been done. So let us look at what is the changes has been done in those time and all that. Let us look at the government to the conditions of work of women and children. So here generally we will be discussing about specially only for the women and the children. Some reforms has taken place. Laws were passed in the year of 1819 prohibiting the employment of children under the age of 9 in factories and limiting the hours of work those between the age of 9 and 16 to 12 hours a day. It means you could think that is 12 hours it has a limited. Okay, within the age of 9 to 16 years the children and all or the women, okay, they have to work 12 hours. That means they were doing the work nearly 16 to 18 hours. So the government have made that such a rule that only the age of 9 to 16 years of a child could do the work only 12 hours. And according to the law the government have passed in 1819, that is prohibition of employment the child under the age of 9. Under 9 also people were working, the children were working. See the situation how it was. And but this law lacked the powers needed for its enforcement. But the rule have made, but it has not been implemented, it was not being working up to the mark and all that is. So again it was not until 1833, after the intense protest by the workers throughout the north of England, that an act was passed that permitted the children under 9 to be employed only in silk factories, limited the hours of work for older children, and provided a number of factory inspectors to ensure that the act was enforced. So previously in the year of 1819 when the act made, in order to enforce the law or to maintain the law, there was nobody else to look after. So after this 1833, a long struggle after and all, that the government have made one of the factory inspector who will be looking after the working class of the people. And here totally they have made it, the government have made some little bit changes that they have made it, that is the children under the 9 be employed only in silk factories, only in the silk factory that the children should work, those who are under 9 and all that is. And the hours also has to decrease. This is what finally that they have made it. And finally in the year of 1847, after more than 30 years of agitation, 10 hours bill was passed. This limited the hours of work for women and young people and secured a 10-hour day for male workers. Then after that slowly see how the year is going ahead, the different rules also is being changing. This is what known as a certain type of reformation taking place, changes is being taking place. When we talk about in the year of 1819, then next 1833, okay, then next it comes 1847 and all that is. So slowly the changes is being taking place and all. So it changed into 12 hours, then next it changed into 10 hours. So this is what some type of reformation is taking place after a great struggle or agitation, nearly some 30 years and all that is. The young people and the women should work, the men should work only for the male men should work only for the 10 hours. This act applied to the textile industry but not to the mining industry. Already you know children, that is textile industry is what and mining industry is what, and that only we have studied. So this the rule has been made, that is the 10 hours working, and under the age of this 9 should not work, and more than 9 to 12 years children should do this. What the law have been made, that is only applied to the textile industry only, but not for the mining industry. So the mines combination of 1842 set up by the government revealed that the working condition in mines had actually become worse since the Act of 1833 because more children had been put to work in the coal mine. So the 1833 the act had been made. That act already previously we have seen in England the act made, that is to permitted children under 9 to be employed only in silk factory. That is that act had been made. But here that is something the people have thought it is only for the textile industry and all, but not for the mining. So more people have, more children were being pushed to work in the mining industry and all, that is. But next one more law is coming in the year of 1842. Let us look at what is that. The Mining and the Collieries Act of 1842 banned children under 10 and women from working underground. It is only underground work has been banned, but on the field and all the people, the children and the women can do the work. But this act, this the Mines and the Collieries Act has been made in the year of 1842. They have a ban for the children and women to do the mine, to ban them to go underground the work for mining and all, to collect the mining and all, that is. But on the field and all that they can do the work. That is what the act is being passed. The Fields Factory Act laid down, again one more act they have passed in the year of 1847, that the children under 18 and women should not work more than 10 hours a day. This law were to be enforced by factory inspectors, but this was difficult to do. So here another Field Factory Act, another act has come, another law has come for the people in the year of 1847. This is especially for the children and the women. Those who are under 18, the children or the women, they should not work more than 10 hours in a day. So this act has been passed, and to look after this to look after the work or the people are getting their rights or not, one of the factory inspector used to be appointed in that work. But it was also difficult to do so. Why? The inspectors were poorly paid and easily bribed by factory managers. Here inspector has been appointed over there to look after the workers, that's good, but their salary was very less. So that what the industrialist used to do, they used to give bribe to the factory inspectors, and so that the people will change their mind. Who? The factory inspectors. In this way also that they were totally manipulating the systems, and they were engaged the people to complete their work done. The inspectors, that is what already we studied. Inspectors were poorly paid and easily bribed by the factory managers, while the parents lied about the real age of their children so that they could work and contribute to the family income. Though the government is helping to the people by making different laws and different act and all that is, but to maintain the family, that the men, women and the children, everybody have to do the work. Sometimes to get money, the parents used to tell lies, or they used to hide the age of the children, and they used to engage for the job and all that. This is what also used to happen. But when we talk about the topic and all that, reforms through the laws, that means this is what some of the changes has been done in order to protect the workers. Thank you, children. I hope that you have got some idea, and you just go on listen the videos and watch the videos and all that. When you listen or watch this video, you should keep the textbook with you and look at the textbook and all that. I have highlighted the important topics and the points and all that is you should also make it and make a notes and write it. I hope this concept is clear for you. Thank you. Have a good day.